Namaskar, I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session. You're watching us on PM eVidya, channel number 2 and also on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. Well, as you all know that this is one very important session and we have got this session for our tiny tots of class 2. The subject that we are taking up in this session is English and we are going to learn about chapter number 12 of your textbook titled Little Drops of Water. And before we actually go into the session and we talk about what little drops of water mean to us, it's time for me to tell you about something equally important. Yes, exams are just around the corner as we all know, and that's why it is time that we ignite the exam warrior within us. Paricharcha, yes, I'm talking about this wonderful initiative by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. This thing is celebrated every year, and this year we are celebrating 9th edition of Paricharcha, where we are focusing on stress-free learning, joyful examinations time. If you want to know more about this initiative, you can actually log on to the link that is flashing on your screen, which is innovateindia1.mygov.in. Well, it's time that we celebrate Exam Utsav as a life Utsav, and we celebrate what is extremely essential to all of us, what is life to us, and that is water. Little drops of water is what we're going to talk about today. For having a detailed discussion, lots of fun, lots of activities on this session, we are joined by our expert, Ms. Megha Uniyal. Ma'am is PRT from PM Shri KV NMR NCERT branch, New Delhi. Ma'am, namaskar and very warm welcome to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
We both are accompanied by our Indian Sign Language interpreter, Mr. Sahib Singh. Sahib, I welcome you to the session as well. So, ma'am, little drops of water, very exciting. What are we going to learn in the session today? Tell us.
Yes, ma'am. When we think of water, ma'am, I think we can't live without water.
Absolutely not. It is life.
We cannot, yes. Even for a single day, I think it's very impossible for us to live without water.
True.
And there are other resources also like air, right? We can't live without air also. So, these resources like air and water, these are our natural resources, right? And we also should make sure that we are using them properly. We are not wasting them, right? So when we think of water, what are the things that comes to your mind, ma'am, when you think of water?
Well, I'll definitely let you know what all things come to my mind, and I request all our tiny tots to kindly message the things that are coming to their minds as well on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. So, ma'am, water, bathing,
yes,
drinking, having fun on Holi,
yes,
cleaning,
absolutely.
A lot of things actually.
Yes, you talked about different ways in which we use water, right? And when we think of water, we can think of water bodies also like ocean, river, right? So as you can see on this slide also, I've created in between there's water and all the different ways in which we can relate water with. It can be either bathing or brushing, even cooking. When we cook, we use water, right? Planting our plants, watering our plants, then there's swimming, river and rain. All these things we associate with water, right, ma'am? Now,
and because this is the chapter that we are doing, little drops of water, and now we have associated water with a lot of things. What do you associate water with? You can let us know by calling us on 8800440559, and I've already told you our of course message number and now email ID tth.class2@ceit.nic.in. Also, you know that you are messaging us and texting us on our YouTube handle NCERT Official. So please make sure you keep doing that because there are a lot of things. And I have this first question. When we see what is there on the slide, little drops of water, I have one very interesting question.
Yes,
why little drops of water? Why not big drops of water, big water bodies, huge oceans, rivers? Why little drops of water?
Yes,
why is title like that?
Very good observation, ma'am. So the poet is using little drops of water. It's because our tiny tots, they are also little, right? Our second class students, they are little. But do you think if they are little, they are very fragile and they don't have any strength? Do you think so?
They're very wise, intelligent, and they know how water is important to us.
Yes, so absolutely. The poem is somehow giving this message only that even something is small, it doesn't mean that it don't hold any values. It holds huge values. Okay, so we are talking about this, but before moving to our poem, we will look into some new words that we'll encounter in our poem.
Sure.
Okay, so the new word, the first one we can see is mighty. Mighty means that is something very strong. Okay, the next one is kindness. Kindness being good and helpful towards everyone. Right. Then there is pleasant. Pleasant, as the name suggests, it's nice and happy. After that, it's peaceful. Peaceful, as you can see the picture also, somebody is meditating, so it's being calm and quiet and tranquil. Okay, then the last one is ocean. It's a big water body, or I can say the biggest water body. So these were the new words that we will encounter in our poem. So now we'll look what is this poem all about and what we're going to learn from this poem.
All right.
Okay, so now as you can see on this slide, I will start the poem. Little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. So this was stanza 1, ma'am. As you can see on the screen also, there's sand, land also, and then there's water also. I think you can see, right? So the first line, it's saying that little drops of water. When we look at water droplets, ma'am, you must have seen rain, right? Little droplets falling from the sky, right? When these little drops, they all come together, they can form a huge ocean, right? So this is what the poet is saying. Even the drops are very tiny, and we can barely look at them, but when they all get combined together, they can make a huge ocean.
And that's why they say that not even a single drop of water should go wasted.
Yes, absolutely, very correct. Then the poet is talking about sand, little grains of sand. Ma'am, if you have seen sand, it's very tiny. The particle of sands are very tiny. You barely can see a particle from your naked eye, right? So the poet is saying that even the grain is very tiny, very small particle, but when it get combined together, all the grain particle, when they combine, they can make a huge land, a very strong land.
Like a desert.
Yes, absolutely. So it doesn't matter if something is very small. It doesn't mean that it don't hold any value. It holds a specific value, and we all know when all of us can come together, when we unite together, we can become even stronger. Okay, so this was the stanza 1. Now we'll move on to stanza 2.
All right.
As you can see on this slide. Now, little words of love, little acts of kindness, little deeds of warmth, spread smiles and happiness. Okay, ma'am. So in the first stanza, when we talked about sand and water. I think we can see sand. And we can see water also.
We can touch and feel it as well.
Yes, absolutely. So we can see it. But in the second stanza, the poet is talking about things that we can't see. Love, I think we can't see.
No.
Kindness, we can't see.
No.
Warmth also we can't see.
No.
But what we can do, we can
feel them.
Yes, absolutely. We can feel all these emotion in our heart. We can't see them, but we can feel them. Right. Little words of love. Can you think of any example, ma'am? What is little words of love?
Love. Oh, well, when you say thank you to somebody, it's a word of love. When you say, I care for you, caring is a word of love. Sharing is a word of love.
Yes, so these were the examples. So again, the poet is saying that our world need all these things, the love, the kindness, the warmth from everyone. Not only from a specific age or a group of people, but everybody should be nice and polite with everyone. Yes, with everyone and each other. And that's how we can spread smiles and happiness all across the globe. Right. Everybody loves to be happy, right, ma'am?
Yes, and they say that, you must do one good act of kindness each day. Every day, try to make somebody happy. Try to help your parents, your mummy, and try to help your friend who needs something.
Yes, absolutely, ma'am. So these were the things that we can't see, but we can feel all these things. So we'll take few example of these things. Okay, I will give you for this tiny activity we'll do. Okay. I will give you these emojis.
Okay.
These emojis, as you can see, one is the smiley one and the other one is the sad one. Okay. So I will give these emojis to you.
Okay.
And now what you have to do, I will give you a certain example. Okay. Through a picture. And you have to tell me, is it being kind in that example? Is the person is being kind, or it's about love? What is it? If it's about kindness, then you have to show the smiley one.
Even, our Tiny Tots can also text us emojis based on your questions.
Absolutely. So as you can see on the slide, the slide is, I think 2 kids are here, and the one kid is saying to the other, I don't want to play with you. Is it gonna make someone happy or sad?
Okay, so I have these two emojis. It's gonna make us sad.
Yes, absolutely. If you're saying such harsh word to someone, right, they will feel absolutely very sad, and it's not being kind. You should be kind to everyone and you should play with everyone, right? So the next example we'll take now is holding the door for someone. What is this? Is it nice thing to hold the door for someone? As we can see on the picture, somebody is holding a door for elderly people.
Okay, so again I have two smileys, and this one is a good thing.
Yes, it is absolutely a good thing. You're helping someone, right?
Yeah.
It's little deed of warmth, like someone is getting happy. You're doing certain gesture and they are getting happy. So this was very correct answer. Now we'll move on to the next slide. As you can see in the next slide, we are seeing two kids are fighting for a toy, and the elder one is snatching the toy from the younger one.
Okay.
So what is this? Is it being kind, warmth, love is there, or no, somebody's getting unhappy here?
Okay, again the option is there, and I will choose what? I will choose this smiley. Oh, or this emoji, sad one.
Yes, sad one. Obviously, if somebody is snatching something from you, we should know that we should share things, right? Instead of making things our own, we should know how to share things with other and how to be happy by sharing,
Absolutely.
right? So our kids need to learn this also, that sharing is
Caring.
ma'am.
You don't
Yes.
need to fight with each other. You can always be polite and kind. You can share things, and you can take your turn in playing with them.
Yes, absolutely. Now, next example we'll take. For the next example, as you can see on the screen in your class, the class teacher is arranging the books and the students are helping the teacher in arranging the books in the class. So, is it gonna make the teacher happy or not?
Okay, let me see. Happy.
Yes, absolutely. This will all absolutely make the teacher happy, as she's sometimes the teachers are also very tired, right?
Yeah.
They're doing their work all the time, and if the kids are coming to the teacher and they are asking the teacher that if they can help her or him, it is very nice thing, and the teacher will feel absolutely great about this.
Of course, and the least you can do is not to make any kind of noise in the class. Be quiet.
Yes. Okay, so the next one or the last example we'll take, I can see two kids are drawing,
Yeah.
and the one boy is showing his drawing to the other girl, and the girl is saying, I like your drawing. So she is giving a compliment to the boy. So how it's gonna make the boy feel?
How the boy is gonna feel?
Yes.
Happy.
Yes, he will feel happy about it. If somebody is complimenting us, we feel very happy. Even a single slight compliment can make our whole day.
Yeah.
Right. So, ma'am, when we get some sort of compliment, right, what is the answer that we give? If somebody is complimenting us, what do we say to them?
So when somebody pays us a compliment, we must always say thank you.
Yes, absolutely. We say thank you to them. Also, thank you is one of the magic words, ma'am.
Oh, really?
There are 3 magic words.
Okay.
Okay, as you can see on this slide, there are 3 types of magical word. The one we talked about is thank you, right? The other 2 are please and sorry.
Well, ma'am, I have learned where to say thank you, but then where to say please and sorry?
Please and sorry, ma'am, if you're asking, for example, if you're asking for certain pen or certain
even
other
for
things,
these emojis.
yes, so you have to be very polite and you have to say, please can I have them, or please can I borrow them.
Ma'am,
So,
please can I have them?
yes, absolutely, you can have them.
Okay.
Again, the word we will take is sorry. Okay, when we are talking about sorry, sorry, I think people use very few times. Okay, it's very difficult to use this word sorry, because then we have to realize that we were wrong somewhere and we have to apologize for our action. So we shouldn't feel any sort of shame while using this word sorry. It is absolutely important to apologize when you are in a wrong or you have done something wrong.
Right.
It is important to take accountability for your action.
And ma'am, I feel that apart from taking accountability for your action, sorry also comes with a promise that you will not repeat the same mistake again.
Yes, very true, very true. Okay, so these were the magic words we talked about.
Thank you, sorry, and please.
Yes, we talked about these 3 words, and we talked about the abstract thing, like which is going to make us feel happy, which is not going to make us feel happy. Now we talked about grains and water, right?
Okay.
Yes, so we'll take certain example of of that also, let me check if you are aware that what are grains and what are water, right?
Okay, so ma'am is going to test our knowledge, and as I said earlier, that whatever queries are coming your way, please make sure you comment in the YouTube handle.
Yes. So ma'am, as you can see,
we have two categories, grain and draw.
Yes. So grain, if I will say what are the qualities of grain, it will be rough. Right, it will be rough in feeling and it will be very tiny.
Dry.
Okay. Yes, dry and rough. Okay, if we'll talk about drop, drop is something liquid. Okay, something that can form in little droplets. That is drop. Liquid is
wet.
Drop. Yes, wet, liquid, and the grain is rough. Okay, so first example, if I will take, I'm putting this in between.
Yes.
It is salt. If we'll talk about salt, is it grainy or it's in drop form?
No, it's granular in nature, so it will go towards the grain
section. Yes, it will go towards the grain section. Now we'll talk about another one. This is juice.
It's liquid, wet, so drop section.
Yes, so it will form in drops, right? Next one you can see here. It's wheat.
Of course, there are particles. I can feel, I can count them. So it will go to the grain section.
Grain section, absolutely correct. This one will also go at the grain section. Now, next example, what we have here is milk.
Just like juice, and I love milk. It will go towards the drop section.
Drop section, yes. You can form drops of milk also.
Yeah.
Next example we'll take is rice.
Same like wheat, it will go to the grain section.
Yes, yes, yes. It will go towards the grainy section, rice. Now the next one is water.
Wow, water everywhere. It's liquid.
Yes.
So it will go towards the drop section.
Absolutely, as we have seen in the poem also.
Yeah.
Water in droplet. Okay, next one is sugar.
Sugar crystals, of course we can count them, very granular. Towards the grain section.
Yes, it will be towards the grainy section. And the last one we'll talk about is this.
Thick and liquid. So it will go towards the drop section.
Drop section. So yes, absolutely. You have read the poem very correctly and you have understood it very correctly, that what are grains and what are droplets. So this activity is done for now.
So have I scored well?
Yes, you have scored absolutely 10 on 10 you have scored.
All right, thank you. I love this activity, and of course you can also look around for other things that you can place either in the grain section or in the drop section.
Yes, absolutely. So now ma'am, our poem is done. Okay, so before we are moving forward to other activities, we'll talk about what are the messages that we got from our poem. It was indeed a very small poem, but I guess the message
is loud and clear.
Yes, very loud and clear. So the first message, as you can see on the slide, it is small things are important. Even when we are talking about small little particles, they all are important. They all are holding certain values in them. Right.
So the little children who are watching us right now, they are also very important audiences and viewers of ours.
Absolutely, very true and very correct. The next thing we can see, little acts of kindness spread smiles. When we are doing certain things, even though they are very little things, but when we are doing certain acts of kindness, it's going to make us happy and the other one happy also, and we will spread smile all across.
So when your mom gets tired or dad comes back from office, don't forget to offer a glass of water. It will make them really happy.
Yes. And then the next one, we all can do it. No matter what our age, what our size, or who we are and who we are not, we all can do it. We all have the power that we can conquer anything, right ma'am?
Where there is a will, there is a way.
Yes, absolutely. And the next one we can see, every small action adds up. Even though you are doing a small deed of kindness, still it counts and it is making someone happy and it is making someone's day. So make sure that you are doing your best to make everyone happy around you, and that's how you will also be happy.
Absolutely.
Right?
Little drops of water, little grains of sand make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land.
Yes, absolutely. Now ma'am, I want to see that we have read the poem.
Yes.
Okay. But I want to see, have you read it properly or not?
Okay.
For that, I have this activity.
Another fun activity for all of us.
Yes, yes.
And I'm ready to be a part of it. Are you? I'm sure you are.
So, as you can see here, it's a matching. Okay, ma'am. What you have to do is there are two columns, columns A and column B.
Okay.
Now, you have to match it in a way that it will make a phrase from your poem.
All right.
Okay, so the first one, as you can see from column A, is grains of.
It will be mashed to sand.
Yes, we talked about it. It is grains of sand. Yes, very correct. Then there is drops of.
Drops of water.
Drops of water. So here it will go towards the water. Now it's about deeds of.
Deeds of kindness.
Yes, absolutely. Deeds means action, being kind. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the next word is words of.
Words of love.
Yes, you are correct. This will go towards words of love. So this was your activity from the poem, and from this I got to know that you have clearly understood the poem and you have done it pretty well.
Well, you can also let us know if you didn't get anything correct, and ma'am will be able to solve that query of yours, and we can also clear your doubts, because if you have paid attention towards the session, towards the poem, this activity is quite fun and easy.
Yes, it's pretty easy if you have understood the poem.
Okay, but I can see that you've got another activity for us.
Yes, from your textbook only, we have this other activity, as you can see. This is also a resource. Paper is also a resource, right? So I have used it also.
Lovely.
From one side, there is one activity, and then on the other side, there is other activities. So
Very nice.
Make sure that you are also using these resources very carefully
Wisely.
and not wasting. Yes. Now, as you can see, we have certain boxes here, and in it something is written.
Yeah.
Right. All these things are here. Now, what we have to do, we have seen these things. We have seen milk, how it comes to our house. We have seen the bread also, toothpaste, pencil. These are the things that we have seen around us.
Yes.
These are very common and we have seen them all. Now we have to figure out in which form we have seen this thing.
Okay.
The first one we'll talk about is a dash of milk. So from all these options, in which form the milk comes to us?
So I have to find the correct word that matches
Yes.
with the given question here. So milk, I take the milk out of these in a cup. So a cup of milk.
Yes, absolutely. So this option, the cup, a cup of milk will be placed here, and that is very correct. We get a cup of milk. Okay. Next one is a dash of bread. What can be a dash of bread?
Well, I really like slice of bread with jam. So here comes the word slice of bread.
Very correct. So the slice will go towards the bread, a slice of bread. Okay. The third one we'll talk about is a toothpaste. How we have seen a toothpaste in our day-to-day life.
In a box?
Yes, it can be in a box
or
it can be in a tube also.
Yeah.
Yes, it comes, outer packaging is in box, but the toothpaste come in a tube form. Okay, the next one we can see the pencils. How we have seen the pencils.
Certainly a box of pencils.
Yes, it will be a box of pencils. So we must carry our pencils in our school also, and we know that we carry the pencil in a box. And the last one is left, and the dash of clothes. What can it be?
Well, I have a bag full of clothes.
Yes, so the answer will be a bag of clothes. This activity is given in your textbook also, so from there also you can check it out and you can create this like this form also, or either you can do it in the book also. So this was the activity and the last activity.
Ma'am, that's lovely. I enjoyed all the activities. I thoroughly enjoyed the poem and the wonderful message it gives about love, kindness, and not ignoring anything that is little and tiny, because every small thing holds importance. And I would like to thank you for making the session so interesting and so joyful for me and for all the viewers out there. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I would also like to thank our ISL interpreter, Mr. Sahib Singh, for his contribution to this session in ISL, and I would like to thank my entire team for making this session a success. Thank you so much. And my dear viewers, now it's time for me to wrap up the session. Little drops of water here, but it's time for me as well to tell you about what's coming up next. So here is the program schedule for all of you. We are through with the session of English. In a short while from now, you can watch a session of mathematics, and we will be talking about Rani's gift. 4 to 5 p.m. is a time for our online training program. This week we will be talking about artificial intelligence, and we will end the day with our session Sahyog. With this, it's a wrap. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, signing off, and we'll join you shortly. You stay tuned for such amazing educational content on our various platforms. Namaskar.